All right. Good evening, everyone. Dr. Joseph here for Talawa Cyber, and this is the command lines. Chill and um, oh my, sorry about that. I had a couple things happen at the same time. Forgive me. Sorry. Here we go. Let me just fix this. All right. Sorry about that. Yes. So again, let me start over. Dr. Joseph here, Taloa Cyber, here for the Study and Chill CISSP series, MLK Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day. So what we do here, we're doing 1 hour session of studying for the CISSP. So 1 hour session of CISSP questions. If you want to join or come through, come on stage, just follow the link. Should be broadcasting out to LinkedIn, on YouTube, of course. So make sure to follow us, subscribe to us. We're on TikTok. We're on Threads, of course. And if you want to join the Discord community, please you can find me on LinkedIn if you need the link. I'll make sure I get you squared away. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get this going. So let me share my screen and we'll get this rolling. All right. Actually, let me bring this down. Oh, why did it stop? Okay. Sorry, I had the wrong button. Wow, I'm a little off today. I'm a little off today. I think because say the holiday, I'm maybe chilling and everything. So I don't know, but I'm back at it. All right, let's go. All right. Which software development model is the most popular today and allows developers to move back and forth between processes as needed? Choose the most specific answer. All right, so waterfall is definitely not because that's probably the most strict or stringent one. You can only go one direction. Um, spiral, that's more cyclical or circular. This has to be agile. Yeah. Yeah, agile. Yeah, allows developers to jump from one process to another, editing as they desire based on customer needs. This is most popular today because it meets the needs of businesses and customers, allowing maximum benefit for both involved parties. All right, which of the following is a valid step in the creation of a business continuity plan or BCP as established by the National Institute of Standards and Technology? All right, so you got budgeting, outsourcing, identification of preventative controls, and post-mortem report. All right, so which one is a valid step? Oh, I think this is gonna be Charlie. Identification, preventative controls. Yeah, yeah. Identification of preventative controls is the only valid step here. So according to this 800-34, so you have 7 steps. So you're going to develop the contingency plan policy statement. Number two, conduct the business impact analysis, identify preventative controls, contingency strategies, create contingency strategies. Five, develop an information systems contingency plan. Six, plan testing, training, and exercises. And seven, ensure plan maintenance. Let me just do a quick check here. See if there's anyone for. I'm just checking the chat, make sure no one is trying to jump on. All right. All right, we'll keep this going. All right, so of the following, which algorithm is considered to be a stream cipher? Uh, all right, so I don't think it's RC4, RC5. Considered a stream. All right. I want to go with blowfish, but I don't believe that's. I don't think blowfish. Ah, it's RC4. Yeah, so RC4 is a stream cipher, has a variable key size of 40 to 2048 bits. It was developed in 1987, was commonly used in secure sockets layer and wired equivalency privacy or web, as well as Wi-Fi protected access. However, it's no longer considered secure. All right, which data is at rest? All right. Oh, we got Steve joining. Oh, let's see, he gets set up here. Welcome, sir. Good evening.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there you
Let me
go.
get my volume right.
There we go. Oh, everyone's rolling in now.
There you go.
LD, good evening, sir.
Hey, what's going on? What's up, Shaw?
All right,
What's
all right,
good?
All right.
all right. Um, yeah, so we're at question four. I'll just read this again. So, yeah, which data is at rest?
Flash drive.
Yeah, because RAM is in
Yeah,
use.
yeah. Ramsey
Data
used.
traversing the network that's in transit.
Yep. All right. Flash drive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Data, yeah, and the same thing. Data and a CPU register is in use. So yeah, CPU also data sitting in RAM that's in use, and again, data traversing the network that's in motion or in transit. All right, of the following features, which would be least likely to be included in the within the European Union General Data Protection Regulation or GDPR?
Data maximization.
Right. Yeah, least likely
Data
because it's going to be the inverse,
maximization.
minimization. Right. Yeah, data minimization is collecting the least amount of data possible to reduce liability and maintenance while performing necessary functions. All right. And which method does a host listen to a network interface to determine if it's in use? And if it's not in use, attempts to transmit over the network and retransmit it is understood that the frame it has sent has run into another's frame.
CSMACA
Yeah,
avoidance.
yeah.
This the proactive
CSMA
one, not just
collision avoid.
Yeah, it says listen. Yeah, listen to a network. Yeah, I know it's definitely all right.
what?
CD.
Action.
That's what I was trying to remember. Um
I thought I
yeah.
listened if it's oh, oh.
All right, yeah. So yeah, carrier sense multiple access with collision detection, media access control method, primarily in wired Ethernet technology for local area networking. Um, Yeah, it listens to the LAN media to determine if it's in use. If the media is clear, the client sends the transmission. When transmitting, client listens for collisions. If a collision is detected, the client sends a jam signal. If a jam signal is received, all hosts stop transmitting and wait for a random backoff time before starting over again. That's step one. Yeah, CSMA slash CA is using wireless, and that's what I was trying to remember. Um, yeah, CD wired, CA wireless. All right. How many keys are required to implement an asymmetric crypto system with 10 participants, assuming that each participant uses a different set of keys and each can initiate the connection to anyone else?
Would it be
20.
20?
20. Public and
Yeah.
private.
You have an
Each one
asymmetric,
will
then you're
have a public,
symmetric.
each one will have a private. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Asymmetric crypto system. Each participant requires two keys, public and private. So we assume each participant can initiate a connection. Each has a different set of keys, and there must be 20 keys. And in this case, there are 10 participants with two keys each. All right, other following, which is a data custodian least likely to do?
Oh,
Classified data.
so,
That'll be the
That's going to
owner.
be the owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the data owner is responsible for that data classification. Yeah. All right, which of the following strategies would reduce the risk that a single vendor's technology stack could lead to a security or system failure?
Will it be defense in depth?
breath. Wouldn't it be breath?
I never heard of defense in breadth.
I never heard of
I heard of defense in depth.
Hold on. Let me see. Strategy will reduce the risk of a single vendor stack. Yeah, I guess it'd be death. Yeah, the other one is principal leaf privileges. And then there's need to know.
Wow.
I
Oh,
was right.
defense in depth.
Yo, I never
Diversity.
heard of
I've
defense
never
in
heard
breadth
of that.
before.
Because I remember this because people get it confused with debt, but this one is vendor specific. So if you use like some people use AWS, some people use GCP, some people use Azure. You mix it up in case one goes down, all of them don't go down. Like last month, Azure went down, or AWS, one of them went down. But if you had like more than one vendor, then you still running.
Wow. I,
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you. I just never heard of. I just never heard that term. Always heard defense in depth. All right. Okay.
That's the reason I
Facts.
was so adamant about defense
'Cause
in depth.
I thought that was like a you know something they throw in those fake answers in there. I thought it was one of those like to try to throw you off. But so defense in breadth, also called diversity of defense, is related to but slightly different from the popular defense in depth strategy. Defense in breadth is about reducing the risk that security technology from the same code base or vendor could lead to a widespread issue.
Yeah.
But wow, okay, I noted. I just didn't know about that one. All right. Which of the following is a comprehensive evaluation of an organization's security that might be performed by an internal or external tester?
Will there be an audit?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an assessment.
Wow.
Oh,
So assessment. Look at the question again. So, which comprehensive evaluation of an organization's security might be performed by an internal or external tester? So, security assessments involve the trained professional performing a comprehensive review of the environment under test. It is more thorough. It is a more thorough assessment of the security of the threat environment than a security test. Security audits are performed by accredited third-party auditors. They're designed to prove to regulators or customers that the organization's security controls meet the requirements of a particular regulation or standard.
And that's the key word. Third party. You can never be third party internal.
Yeah.
Mm. You yeah, because so when it said external in the question here, I was thinking that would be they talk about third party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking too.
So, because to me, you're someone that's not part of the organization. You're coming in from the outside. So external, third party. I was thinking it's one and the same, but apparently not. All right. Stealthy Security Suites and Beats is looking to find software as a service to use for cloud storage. Which of the following would be least likely to provide this service?
Lambda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lambda doesn't.
AWS Lambda. Yeah.
Yeah, so Lambda is an AWS cloud service defined as a function as a service that functions with many other services on the AWS cloud service. While it's not necessary to know the services provided by providers such as AWS or Azure, this is a helpful way to understand these concepts. So Azure, Google Cloud, Dropbox, they're all cloud services. All right, which type of security control is used when the preferred security control is too expensive to implement?
Compensating
So you
control.
can compensate
Compensating.
it. Yeah. Compensating controls used as alternatives to aid in security enforcement. They're used in addition to main security controls frequently to reduce risk to an acceptable level when the preferred control is too expensive or restrictive for business operations. All right. In non governmental organizations, which type of information would be least likely to be classified as sensitive?
I would say contact, wouldn't it?
It said essential business contact. That's what I'm kind of.
That would be more PII, wouldn't it? That would be the least likely. Meet notes could have like,
Yeah, me.
initiative that's not even been released yet. And it
Yeah.
hasn't been classified yet. And of
Right.
What
course,
Yes.
about board
financials.
meeting minutes?
Yeah. So you could eliminate Bravo, eliminate, I mean, employee medical information, financial information for sure. You could take that out. Yeah. I think, I think this is going to be business context because, yeah, meeting minutes could be, it could be classified. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Contacts or essential business contacts not typically classified as sensitive because they're often publicly available or shared widely for business purposes. All right, Mitch is a penetration tester and is testing an external website. He provides the following input for the username field: my name, delete from usernames. What type of attack is this an example of?
That's an SQL injection. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a query based on the syntax, but I think it'll be SQL injection.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, SQL injection attacks happen when an application interface is not properly validated input. This allows an attacker to send SQL commands as application input and manipulate or alter data within the database. All right, what transmission control protocol or TCP port range does Microsoft SQL use?
It's between A and C, but I'm gonna go A.
I think it's Alpha.
Hey.
I know it's between A and C, but I think it's alpha. But I get them mixed up
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Um, yeah, ports 1433 through 1434. Um, that's for Microsoft SQL. Uh, does it tell me the other ones?
Yeah. My
Elasticsearch uses
SQL.
9200. Sorry, good.
I was just saying my SQL is the 3306 and the 3307.
Okay.
That's why I get those mixed up. I was pretty sure it was 1433.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Haruto has to send some legal communications. He sends the documents through certified mail and requests the recipient's signature on delivery so he will have paperwork confirming the documents were delivered. This is an example of which of the following?
Non-repudiation,
No repudiation.
like a digital signature.
Yeah.
Uh,
What are you thinking?
so he sends the documents to certified mail and requests a recipient's signature on delivery. So we'll have paper confirming.
I think you're thinking of C. I think that's a distractor because
I was definitely, I,
non-repudiation.
I was definitely looking at Charlie.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
non-repudiation means you sign that you accepted this, and I don't really think that's conveying
Yeah.
confidentiality upon delivery.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Of course, yeah. Non-repudiation ensures subject of an activity or event can't deny that event occurred. Yeah. So in this case, through the signature, they can't deny that they didn't receive it.
Yeah.
And the same applies with digital signatures. I can't deny that it came from you. All right. What is the main difference between an external audit and a third party audit? Okay. This is kind of following from like an early question we had.
Will it be A, the audit, the third party that was conducted by a firm other than the audit organization?
I'm gonna hold that in my back pocket. I think so.
Really?
Yeah, a
I think
third.
it's D.
You think it's who?
Or it could be D,
I think it's
a
D.
third party audit is conducted on behalf of another
Usually,
firm.
you think third parties on behalf of another.
Yeah.
I think that's the most correct. That's just my. I could be
Mm,
wrong, but
no, I see what you're saying. Well,
All
yeah, I'm
right.
eliminating Bravo. I'm definitely eliminating Charlie. Yeah, I was kind of going between Alpha. And I didn't really look at Delta, but I see it now. Yeah, third party audit is conducted on behalf of another firm.
Think so?
All right. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, third party audit is conducted on behalf of another firm. An external audit is conducted by a third party auditor or by an auditor outside the audited firm. Okay. I mean, honestly, some of these terms are like they're like so close, but I don't know. It's like a couple of different words make it a whole different definition, but some of these could really be the same thing.
they wanted
Um,
that close. That's really the only way they can truly verify that you know what you know. Anybody can have like recall and see things that's starkly different, but
mhm.
consider this a CISSP. This is like high level thing. You want to make sure people know what they're supposed to know.
No, I got you. All right. Information security manager is working with the information technology manager to review the current threat landscape. While assessing the production network, they are concerned that some devices may not be at the correct patch level. They know that sometimes patches are missed or fail to install. What is the current patch level information most likely to show up?
Maybe vulnerability scan report.
Is vulnerability scan reporting.
They know sometimes patches are missed or fail to install. What is the current patch level information most likely to show up? Yeah. Yeah, vulnerability scan to help discover systems that still require patching. Vulnerability scans should be performed periodically on production environments. All right, Kaya is a penetration tester who has been hired to assess an organization's security awareness. She decides to send a specially crafted email to a specific employee, asking them to click a link to verify their employee benefits. She chooses this wording because she knows the company recently finished enrolling all its employees into their benefit plans. Which of the following best describes the type of attack Kaya used?
I think it's spear phishing because it's targeted.
Yes.
Right.
Spearfishing.
Yep. Yeah, spear phishing is, yeah, as you said, targeted cyber attack method in which malicious actors impersonate trusted entities via deceptive emails or messages. They aim to trick recipients into revealing sensitive information and credentials or into downloading malware. All right, so before calling law enforcement about a suspected crime committed on a computer, who should give authorization?
Senior management.
Senior management.
Yeah. Yeah, involving law enforcement, complicated decision. Yeah, you want to have senior management involved when it comes to those type of decisions. All right, of the following alarms, which would be considered the most critical for a certified information system security professional or CISSP to ensure function properly?
Fire alarm. Personnel safety is always first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fire alarm.
yeah, and yeah. As you said, yeah, human safety is always at the center. All right, what is the main disadvantage of single sign-on or SSO? I'm looking at Charlie.
I'm looking at Delta.
I'm looking at Delta too, because SSO use SAML and they can have replay attacks. Pretty much, if they can steal your cookie, they can
Yeah.
they can impersonate who you are. So I think that's really the only drawback. I don't think do corporals use single sign-on?
No,
Authentication held ticket grant server, ticket
I
grant
don't
ticket.
believe so. No.
That's what I'm thinking. I'll eliminate that. Oh,
Uh,
well, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. My bad.
It's the
Doug.
fast ways to compromise accounts.
Yeah.
I,
So I mean, even before I look at this, what I was thinking, my thought process with this was, yeah, if a compromised account, if account is compromised through SSO, if you have multiple accounts that are enabled with the SSO, then now that attacker has not just access to one account, they can have access to maybe two, three, or
All of them.
however more accounts are set up via SSO. So that's why looked at the blast radius. Like it could it could really grow just from being one to like multiple accounts.
that
Um,
makes sense. This makes sense.
yeah,
Second time you said it, that makes sense. Perfect sense. Yeah.
yeah. Um, and what do we choose for this, Samuel? I just want to see what they say for
SAML,
this.
the replay attack.
So Kerberos is vulnerable to patch to hash attacks. The SAML is vulnerable to replay attacks. So just about all systems will suffer attacks and patches. Other tools that can be used to protect them. The benefits of SSO typically outweigh these problems, allowing users a more secure way to log in rather than using many systems with weaker or equal passwords. All right, which of these is not one of the primary goals of integrity?
Prevent unauthorized data access.
Yeah. Is
I feel
everything
like
pretty much integrity is to make sure that you can't change or modify
Right.
whatever resource or service.
yeah, that's confidentiality.
Yeah. Yeah. Preventing unauthorized data access is not an integrity goal, but a confidentiality goal. All right. When discussing the OSI model, what is the addition of a header or footer to data called?
Encapsulation.
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 Protocols based on the OSI model employ a mechanism called encapsulation, which adds a header and footer. As a message is encapsulated at each layer, the previous layer's header and payload combine to become the current layer's payload. Which of the following is required to calculate exposure factor?
Exposure
Oh,
factor.
uh, isn't it asset value?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which which of funds required to
Asset
calculate exposure
value.
factor?
Hold on.
It said,
A plus
yeah,
E of is SLE.
I think it's S. Hold on. It's not AR. It's
No, it's
dash
not
factor.
ERR.
Because this is an asset
It's
value
not.
and impact.
Asset value is exposure. I think it's depreciation rate.
No, it was definitely not that.
Nah.
Oh,
This is a BIA term.
BIA. Yeah, I think let's go with BIA.
No, no, it's not. It's not BIA. That's how you
It's
det-
not. It's not Alpha. It's not Charlie. So
Yeah.
don't even look at those.
So it's either
Because
well, we can
it's
do
really
asset
trying to find the
value.
calculation. For exposure fact. 'Cause I thought it was. I thought it was asset value and impact.
AV plus AV times EF equals SLE. SLE times ARO equals ALE.
It's not getting us any closer.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to figure out why it's required to calculate
Uh,
exposure factor.
Damn, this is where knowing
I
the.
mean, I
I
guess
think it's
you
asset.
really want to look at asset value.
I think it's asset value. I'm sticking to my guns. I
Yeah,
say AV
that's what I'm
first.
thinking
I'm
is
sticking to my
asset.
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Let's see.
SLE equals AV times EF. Always, I would.
So before
Cause
you can
it's with
determine the loss due to risk, you need to determine the asset value, the first step in quantitative risk analysis. Um, yeah, it's necessary to understand the asset that is at risk. So only once the asset value is known can the exposure factor be calculated. So with the asset value and exposure factor, the single loss expectancy can be calculated. So SLE, yeah, equals asset value times exposure factor. The ARO, annualized rate of occurrence, is the next item to be determined. The ARO is the number of times a threat can be expected to occur within a year, or the number of years between the times the threat is realized. If a threat is expected to be realized 5 times a year, the ARO is 5 or 1. And if it's expected if it's expected once every 8 years, the ARO is 1/8. Um, yeah, BA is not required, and depreciation is not directly required to calculate exposure factor. Our Onyx works within the IT department and has been deploying new routers and firewalls over the last year. He's been following the process that they have documented as the configuration and deployment of these devices has occurred, which of the following processes ensures all additions to the IT data center are tracked, documented, controlled, and audited.
Change management.
Change management.
Yeah, change management requires documentation and signatures from authorized personnel to avoid rogue changes that could affect an organization's infrastructure. All right, Alex is reviewing source code that consists of only binary digits. What type of code is most likely under review?
Machine language in it. If you're only
Yeah,
using binary
Yeah,
ones and
machine
zeros, right?
language.
yeah,
Ones and zeros.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, computers only understand binary, and which is also called machine language. Consists of only zeros and ones, the binary digits. Compiled uses a compiler to convert code into an executable file. Oriented language uses source code and not zeros and ones. Binary language is not a standard programming language. Which of the following connection types is a logical circuit that always exists and can be used at any time by the customer?
What?
Which one is a logical circuit that
This
always
shit sound
exists and
logical.
can be used
Say
at any
always
time?
exists.
Uh, 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 I think it's ISDN, isn't it? Isn't that the? I know it's old school. That went away with 128 kilobits per second.
I'm trying to visualize this question or like visualize a scenario
I
for
mean,
this.
you got packet switch and you got switch. Ones you get dedicated. Basically, it's the prelude to broadband. You know, back in the day, you had to dial in. Choo,
Mm-hmm.
choo, choo.
Yeah,
You get to
yeah,
share that line. Yeah, that was
yeah.
yeah.
ESL.
ISDN.
Mhm.
No, well that could be no DSL. I, I, I really think it's ISDN, but I could be wrong.
Parental virtual circuit
Mhm.
switch virtual.
DSL came after ISDN, but DSL
Uh,
was I don't even
it's
know
PVC.
PPC.
PVC.
So virtual circuit, logical path over a packet switch network between two routers. Once created, a PVC always exists and can be used at any time by the customer. There are two types of virtual circuits: the PVCs and SVCs, or switch virtual circuits. Uh, Anya is designing the fencing for a new Tier 4 data center of the following. What is recommended? What is the recommended minimum fence and height Anya should use? I think, isn't it 6 feet?
Tier
Ooh,
4.
jumps.
I don't know.
Um,
I would have went for the juggler and said 10 feet.
no, six. Well, six. Yeah, 6 feet is too
Small.
short. Yeah,
That's like residential. Keep your neighbors off your lawn.
right.
I don't know.
About 8 or
Yeah, I'm thinking between
I,
eight
I
or
think it's
10.
8. I think 10 is pretty high. That's like prison yard shit. Man.
But
yeah.
yeah,
I,
because they're really emphasizing a minimum. I'm
we
gonna
gonna
go with
learn.
8. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
I'm
with
going 8
8.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I was like
fences 8
6 feet too
feet or two to
short
3 meters are
and
considered
50
appropriate to
is too long.
deter undetermined intruders. A tier four data center fence should be a minimum of 8 feet high. Yeah, standard fencing recommendations are 3 to 4 feet. Deter casual trespassers. 6 to 7. Deter most intruders, but not determined ones. 8 or more should deter determined intruders. Okay. Now, yeah, last question. Each employee and resource in an organization has a collection of labels assigned to them, and access rules are defined as combinations of these labels. Which of the following does this best describe?
Is it A
Collection of
back?
labels.
And is that attribute based?
Collection of labels assigned to them, and access rules that defines combinations of these labels. 'Cause I guess when I saw labels, I'm thinking of Mac, but that's not a.
Yeah, that threw me off because there's no Mac on this one.
So it's not discretionary.
Nope.
Discretionary, you
A
passing
bad.
down from the owner.
Role based is job required. Rule based is rule required. So yeah, I'm down to A back.
Yeah, I think it's A back. It's like tags are synonymous like characteristics or attributes, but
There's a collection of labels assigned to access rules that defines combination of these labels.
we're gonna find out.
Yeah. I,
Yep, it was A.
Oh,
I, I honestly was not sure about this because the whole labels thing kind of threw me off. So yeah, so it's attribute based access control. So ABAC defines and assigns various attributes to users, and access to resources is governed on combinations of attributes. So, for example, an IT manager may have attributes granting them access to IT resources and management level resources.
no, I just process elimination. I knew what rule based. I knew what RBAC.
Right.
I knew it wasn't discretionary. So hey, super system.
Yes.
All right. That's a cert. All right, I've got six wrong. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I
Cipher.
consider stream cyber. Yeah, I think I did this before you guys jumped on. Yeah. Yeah, this was RC4. RC4 is a stream cipher. I was trying to remember. I kept looking at Blowfish, and boy, yeah, Blowfish is block. So Blowfish, RC5, and AES are all block ciphers. Um, this one, oh, okay, yeah, the CSMA CD. So CSMA CD, that's the wired. For wired connections. MA, that's for wireless. Um, this one, yeah. Again, I didn't know, I didn't know much about defense and breath, honestly. Um, First time I'm really seeing that. I thought it was a fake answer.
Probably 5 years ago it was.
Yeah, yeah. I I didn't get that really serious consideration. Yeah, this one is assessment. Um, okay. Yeah, so yeah, the blast radius of compromised accounts of vulnerability or disadvantage of single sign on. And the last one here, yeah, permanent virtual circuit. Yeah, virtual circuit logical path over a packet switch network between two routers. All right.
Bling bling. Bling 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 bling.
All right. Well, that's it. Yeah. We got through that pretty good. Yeah. So we'll be back on Wednesday. I mean, Wednesday won't be live, but Wednesday will be within the Discord, through the command line Discord. We're gonna be doing Security Plus. So those of you pursuing a Security Plus, come through 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, if you need a link to join, just find me on LinkedIn, and I'll forward that to you. Also, make sure you follow Talo Cyber on LinkedIn. Should have the links on the account as well. Um, and then Fridays is going to be, as I mentioned, Friday will be Friday Night Labs. Last week worked through Try to Hack Me. We'll do that again. Just work through different rooms, and like I said, just working that together. Of course, it's always important as we're working through these certs, but it's just as important to get the hands on as well to pair that with from what we learned from the certification. So again, we're going to do that Friday. All right. Well, that's it. Gentlemen, you have a good night out there. Everyone watching, have a good night, and I'll catch you next time.
Cool.
Right.
Thanks
Good
everyone.
night.
Later.